There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. Oh, B-I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh. There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. Oh. I-N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh. There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. Oh. N-G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh. There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. Oh. G-O, 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 and Bingo was his name. Oh. There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. Oh. Oh. Oh, oh, and Bingo was his name. Oh. There was a farmer had a dog and Bingo was his name. Oh. And Bingo was his name. Oh. Miss Polly had a dolly who was sick, sick, sick. Miss Polly had a dolly who was sick, sick, sick. So she called for the doctor to come quick, quick, quick. So she called for the doctor to come quick, quick, quick. The doctor came with his bag and his hat. The doctor came with his bag and his hat. And he knocked at the door with the rat-a-tat-tat. And he knocked at the door with the rat-a-tat-tat. He looked at the dolly and shook his head and said, Miss Polly, put her straight to bed. Put her straight to bed. He wrote a paper for a pull, pill, pill. He wrote a paper for a pull, pill, pill. I'll be back in the morning with the bill, bill, bill. I'll be back in the morning with the bill, bill. He had a dolly who was sick, sick, sick. Miss Polly had a dolly who was sick, sick, sick. La 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 la. Miss Kanzah had a poo who was sick, sick, sick. Miss Kanzah had a poo who was sick, sick, sick. So she called for the doctor to come quick, quick, quick. So she called for the doctor to come quick, quick, quick. Doctor came with her bag and her hat. The doctor came with her bag and her hat. And she knocked at the door with a rat-a-tat-tat. And she knocked at the door with a rat-a-tat-tat. She looked at the poo and shook her head. She looked at the poo and shook her head and said, Miss Kanzah, put him straight to bed. And said, Miss Kanzah, put him straight to bed. She wrote a paper for a pill, pill, pill. She wrote a paper for a pill, pill, pill. I'll be back in the morning with the bill, bill, bill. I'll be back in the morning with the bill, bill, bill. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.